best talk show in town, Let's Talk. It's your girl Tisha Ladipor, and with me I have my very pretty and beautiful co-host Michelle Barrowman. And today we're looking at a very sensitive topic, a topic that determines whether or not a child turns out good or bad. We can blame everyone else for how a child turns out, but today we're here to find out the role of parenting and upbringing of a child. So here with us today to do justice to this topic is Mrs. Ugochi Onike, and she is a senior gas development engineer at NNPC Limited and a mother of three beautiful children. And with that, let's get into our first question. I believe that every parent should have a guide on how to train your child. So my first question today would be, what is your parenting philosophy?
Wow. First of all, excited to be here and just love being with two amazing young ladies. Now, to my parenting philosophy, quite honestly, and just being real, I can't say I have one particular philosophy, just because every child is unique, and I have different ways on which I raise each child. But that said, I would say I would call them parenting values or things I have in my mind that I want to achieve with my children. For instance, I want them to be children of integrity. I want them to be good citizens of Nigeria and even the world. Then, of course, I raise up my children to be international citizens. So wherever they are in the world, they can always talk confidently and they are children of good report and represent our family to the best of their ability.
Want to have your children to be raise your children to be confident,
Yes.
international, have integrity. So you must have a specific style. So what is your parenting style?
Style. So for me, I would say that as most of us, we grew up somewhere or under people. I would say that part of my parent style comes from my own parents and how I was raised. And now that I'm married, I'm also, like I say, collecting part of my husband's style, giving it a good mesh and doing the best we can with our children. Then also we do have a strong Christian foundation, so this also feeds into the style we use to raise our children. I wouldn't say it's authoritarian, I would say it's more collaborative in my personal opinion, because we try to be, unlike our parents, well, no shade intended, but we try to be more collaborative and actually listen to our children when they talk to us. And I personally take out time to actually ask my children questions and say like, so what do you think about this? What's your view on this? And that helps to build their confidence.
Well, I heard that in those days, the times, those parents were brutal with their children.
Rita?
Okay, kind of rough with them, but
What does that mean exactly?
no shade intended. No shade intended. So, how would you say that their upbringing, the way they raised you, has impacted your parenting style?
Oh, quite different. Well, I would say that it influenced my style in the sense that, like I said, I'm more understanding to my children. When I was younger, it was not unusual for one person to do something wrong and six of us then will get a beating. Two of us saying, okay, you need to watch out for each other, which was not, in a sense, bad itself. Maybe the style and the execution of it was poor, but the intent was understood. So now with my own children, rather than just, attack, so to speak, or be brutal, I try and actually ask, what's your intention behind this? Actually, in some sense, it has to do with psychology. What did you have in mind when you were doing this? And you actually, sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised by the answers. I'm not always right. I'm not always, I can't be in their mind anyway, so I can't always know what they're thinking. So it's nice to know sometimes, okay, this was what was my intent and this was what executed. I'm like, okay, fine, please, against next time, don't do this because of A, B, C, D. And that now says that in current parenting, at least with me, I find that I have to do more, besides listening, but even trying to understand the reason why people are doing what they do. And that has been so influential. Then also, I also have to answer questions of lots of why. Back in my days, when you ask your parents questions they didn't have an answer to, or they didn't know the answer, they say, my friend, will you keep quiet? Who are you asking that question? But now, you can't do that too. Internet will show you. Google is there to answer questions more than even you. So, it was strange for me during my parents' time, I would ask my parents a question. If they didn't know, I would go to mind my business and keep quiet. But now, my children will ask me questions. I'm the one that will go to, come, let us Google together. and I'm now, on my phone Googling, and I'll now say, okay, this is the correct answer, this is what we believe, it works with our values, this doesn't work with our values. And it's interesting time to be a parent. It's quite different from how I grew up.
No child is perfect,
Mm.
and
Tell me about it.
we make many mistakes every day. So, I wanted to ask you personally, what is your view on discipline?
So which mistakes that, if you don't mind, the Bible tells us that you should do forgiveness 70 times 7. So that has been very instructive. That has been helping me a lot. Then also, I also do read and study about people who are parenting experts. And I remember watching a video one time, and one said that you have to tell your child for him or her to get an action correct, you might have to tell your child that same thing at least 1,000 times. That was when I knew I was just starting work. You see how you're breathing? It's not easy, Abby. It's not easy. That's when I knew. That's when I kind of like gave myself a break. Like, okay, you know what? I told myself, okay, I've said this thing probably like 300 times, so I still have 700 to go. So I'm not, I'm not doing badly. But then again, I should also be aware that it takes time for this programming to, really fall into place. Yes. So with that in mind, for me, I'm the kind of person that I will give you several warnings, and I guess they even give you a lot of rope so you can enjoy yourself more. So that when it's done and dusted, you're like, oh, I brought this on myself. So as much as it hurts me sometimes for my children to experience certain things, I've learned that indeed experience is the best teacher. So I could warn you, I could educate you, I could tell you the reason why you shouldn't do this. But if you insist on doing it, then, oh wow, be ready to bear the consequences of your actions. So that's my wisdom.
So, with that, what is your main struggle as a parent?
My main struggle as a parent, I would say, is physically being present. As much as I would want a situation where, wow, my husband was a billionaire and I just had to stay. I would just be, what you call in Igbo, I call it oriaku. I would just balance in my chair, have my, have my full flick on, what I'm saying? I just balance very well. Then, I can have people that will be cooking for me, and at the same time, my children every day, we play together, we just together, we do work together, and I'm just fully a parent. But because of current day realities, especially in Nigeria, that's not really viable, truth be told. So I would say my struggle is time. But that said, because I'm conscious of time, every moment I have, I try and make it count. I don't miss an opportunity to tell my children I love them. I don't miss an opportunity to tell them that they're important to me. I don't miss an opportunity to tell them that, look, I want you to succeed. Our motto in our house is that what we do about it, what's our objective in our house, and all of them know to be amazing and successful. So I keep on telling them over and over again. I also tell them to be wary of the bad boys and girls around them, that they should choose their friends and not be chosen. So consistently, just every moment I have, just input into them. Then I would say another challenge for me as a parent is just the World Wide Web. It's a blessing and a curse all rolled into one part, honestly. It's so bad and it's so good. A lot of information over there, but a lot of information is not filtered. Now, my daughter, who is 13 years old, she tends to love to Google a lot and what have you. But sometimes she clicks on crazy sites that are opening us up to, scam artists. Yes, different things. And my fear is that it may be for her to quote. You know how they call them clickbait. You click on them and next thing you know, they're telling you that this woman was able to make $20 million in 3 days. And she's like, wow, we need to get that woman. Like, don't click on it. It's not for you, don't. Yeah, so all those kind of challenges. Well, we move.
Well, there have been times you're stressed about something or you're tired due to what your child has done.
Mm-hmm.
So, has there been a time where you second guessed a parent, like me to advise your child or a parent?
Yes, now, consistently. The truth of the matter is that this parenting work is not for small children. And it's definitely, no one knows it all. Unfortunately, no child came with a manual. And so you can't say, okay, now that it's big, it's going to turn to page number 45 that talks about naughty behavior and know what to do. It doesn't work that way. You actually, a lot of these things you do it on the fly. And you know what? I tell parents, you need to be able to forgive yourself. And you also need to be able to admit when you're wrong. Like when I do something wrong, or my children can't correct me, which is something I couldn't do with my own parents. And when they do that, like, you did this wrong. I'm like, I didn't, that was my intention. I'm so sorry. It's cool. It's okay to be wrong and apologize. So when the stress gets to you and you do something wrong, forgive yourself and also ask for forgiveness from your children. That's my suggestion.
That's really good parenting.
We are trying. What can I say? But that's good.
So we've had a lovely talk so far.
Already?
We'll be back after a short break.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Welcome back, guys. We're picking up from where we left off. We've dig deep, and now we're going deeper. So, our next question.
Go for it. I love
Okay,
it.
so is there anything you do differently as a parent, like freestyle?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I love to freestyle. I am the queen of freestyle.
Okay.
It's my crown, right? So what I would say I do is when it comes to rewarding of my children, like for instance, the other day my youngest child Chineku came home and was like, how first of all, sorry, let me back up a bit. I give all my kids a target, especially academically.
Wow.
So for instance, the first one has a target of 95% average. And Chineku also has a 95% average. Isn't has a 90% average. Don't worry, it's fine. It's cool. It's just that, like I said, every child is different, so you don't want to give all those children the same targets based on their abilities to give them targets. So Chineku had a target of 95, and she was able to, kill it by getting 97%.
Okay.
That needed to be celebrated. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations to her.
Thank you on her
On behalf,
behalf.
yes.
So we did. So when I heard about it, I was like, "Oh, we need to celebrate it." And normally, if you do something cool, we'll do a dance it out. So on top of the dance it out, what I done was this was before the Naira issue started. I got it like 50 Naira notes, a whole pack. So I played some music and I was like, "We are the champs. We are. So I was like, "You need to start dancing." So I started dancing. I just started, letting it rain.
Fun mom.
I
Okay.
okay. Letting it rain. And she was so excited. She kept on jumping. She was like, yay! Jumping. I got on her 50 naira. She was so excited. So things like that. Then also, I also like to cook with my kids as well. Like children love making pancakes. So in our house, we make rainbow pancakes. Everyone gets a little bowl, mix up their own colors. I sell all the colors. Then we also have like sprinkles. You choose, go crazy. Then you can do whatever you like. So it's lots of fun. We make waffles and pancakes.
So-
So what be the glory?
You deserve a crown for that one. You're doing it very well. We'll shine it and polish it for you. Yeah.
So things like that. I love it. And it also, for me, it's also spending time with the kids and also making fun memories. So it's fine.
Family bonding.
Yes, then at the end of the term, when everyone is able to meet their targets and do very, very well, we take everybody out for a lovely dinner.
Wow.
Yes, and you can order and go crazy. It's lots of fun.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
So you said that you do freestyle with your children.
Yes.
Like you freestyle with parenting.
Yes.
So that can lead to many things. So how do you measure success as a parent?
For me, measuring success as a parent is having healthy children, having children who are value-wise, they know what's expected of them. I think even communicating your expectations, so they know what the target is, and of course, doing it well academically. Then also these days we're also concerned about their Christianity and also how they spiritual life and also how they even present themselves. Like I'm very particular about you need to put you need to be clean. I cannot smell. I cannot stand smell. There's that one that you can hear. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, man. So, but besides that, yeah, but my kids are doing well. There's room for improvement, but so far so good. Yeah.
So as a parent, many children can learn from their mistakes. But to you, what do you think might be a proper time where parents be allowed to let their kid fail and work on their own?
That one is tricky. Just because as a parent here, you don't want your kid to be hurt. You really, as much as possible, if it was possible, you would like to be like Jesus and take the beating instead of your kid taking it. But it gets to a point where you're trying to explain, the kid is not getting it, and sometimes you just have to let them learn. Typical example would be things like maybe you might have told the child maybe when they're going out to wear their shoes and they refuse to wear their shoes for whatever reason. When they now get out there and they get hurt, it is what it is. You learn from your mistake. Then also even things like, oh, you have a school project you're meant to submit, and for whatever reason you don't, you're not, quick to do what you're supposed to do. If you don't submit on time, it's going to be on you. And hopefully, the idea is that if you can learn all these things when you're younger, by the time you now are an adult, you know the right thing to do, and you can actually, be able to protect yourself better physically, and also make sure that you're a timely person.
This is another instance, like when we are like, oh, learning how to walk, and then we not hold on to something, and when you try to step, then we fall.
Oh yeah.
And your mom's like, oof. But you let them get up and like walk again, get so we can learn. So that's an instance.
Yeah, another good instance that's talking about babies, I would say, is even with fire.
Yes.
Fire is so attractive. You see the fire, the yellow and the red, and it's all playing, and they're like, oh, it's playing, it's calling my name. Don't touch. Don't touch. So every now and then, some parents are known to let their children touch so they can feel the heat. And after, when they hear fire, they run in the opposite direction.
That's good. Now we've learned how fire is dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we have 3 beautiful children.
Yay.
So like every child is unique. You've said it yourself, and we've all known, and there's no manual to it. So how does like having more than one child like affect your parenting or makes you better at it?
Well, each child has their uniqueness to them, and I would say that you just have to understand your child first of all. Take out time to understand who your child is, what they need in their life, where they need to be encouraged, and where they need to be, like say, disciplined or trained better. So has it made me a better parent having 3 children? I'd say yes. If I had had just one, I would not appreciate the uniqueness of every single child. But now I have 3. I can appreciate that this person has a different style to him or her. This person has a different love language, and this person has a different need. So it has also made me more versatile as a person. I'm able to hopefully meet all their needs to my ability. So it's been an interesting one, interesting time.
Do you know that all kids are in their own association? The last born association, the middle child, and the firstborn. Oh my god.
Yes, I do know. Unfortunately, or I am coming from that experience even as a child. It always used to bug me when I was a child that I wasn't known as myself. I was known as someone's younger sister or someone's elder sister. So you know how you think okay, especially as your elder sister, that one really used to bug me. Because in my own mind, my youngest brother is all of 11 years my junior. So I'm thinking to myself, they should be calling him, Ugochi's brother. So
yeah.
how come even people that are my age call me, oh, DK's sister? I'm like, how is this even fair? Why am I always someone's sister? But why am I not just Ugochi on my own? But the good thing is that when you go to university or even secondary school, and maybe you're able to get in there before maybe a brother sister, or maybe university, chances are you may not even to say university, you now become your own individual. And it helps you to identify, well, I say, better understand who you are and come into your own. So it was very refreshing.
Finding yourself.
Yes, finding yourself, being unique and identify as just you and not someone's sister or brother. But yeah, now that I've grown up, I don't really mind. Especially, you know how I have always loved to, I don't think I'm the only one, but everyone loves to associate themselves with success. So when you know your brother or sister is doing well, imagine for instance being the brother or maybe, I don't know, Banky W, or maybe, who do you guys know, or Davido's sister, Davido's cousin. I don't mind, they'll call me. You know, that kind of thing. Or it could even be someone in politics, well, one of the good ones, hopefully. Even someone that is doing very well, like imagine being connected to someone like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Do you know that?
Not really.
You guys need to do some work, man. You're harassing
I'm
us.
going to do your research right now.
Okay, fine. Let me go with the football guys. Imagine being a cousin to Okay, you guys have your favorite. Go for it. His cousin, cousin to Messi.
Wow.
My
Competition.
Instagram handle will say Messi's cousin. I don't even want to play. So yes.
Yeah. So, the final question
Yes.
of this beautiful talk show: what advice would you give to new parents on like parenting and teaching kids of this day and age, where they have access to many devices and websites at the tip of their feet?
No one knows your child more better than you. That's the truth. Take time to study your child and know your child very, very well. And also, honestly, no don't worry, give yourself a break. You're not a bad parent. All of us are trying in this matter. No one has perfected the art. That's the truth. So everyone should just take a deep breath and calm down. Be calming down. Be calming down. It's okay.
Find your own
Because
cruise.
yes, as in, drink chilled water. Drink chilled Coke. Calm down. You got this. You're fine. Then by all means, just a tip: set targets for your children and encourage them as best as you can, and love them. I think love cannot be underestimated. Love them and show love, tell love, act love all the time. That's my advice.
Even the Bible says love is above all.
Amen, sisters.
Amen.
So, thank you, Mr. Gucci, for that lovely talk. Very fun and lovely personality. You just made this 10 times better.
Oh, so
And
much.
That's-
My head's expanding. Please stop.
Don't forget your crown.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the crown.
We all have crowns. Come on, girls. Adjust your crowns. Come on, let's go.
Our tiaras.
Yes.
Okay.
But sadly, we have to come to an end of this. But I pray that we will meet once again.
We have to. This has been so much fun.
Yes, it has.
Thank you. Just thank you.
Thank you so much.
It has been my pleasure. Thank you very
And
much.
thank you guys for watching our beautiful talk show. And if you like, you can leave a like and comment down below.
Don't forget to subscribe.